internet. I don't know if I like these bangs. You ever just like do your hair and then you're like, oh, this is a great hair day. And then, I don't know, 35 seconds later, you hate it. Anyways, also, can we just talk about this t-shirt? If this doesn't say Indigenous History Month and Pride Month, I don't know what is. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Fire and Fiber podcast. I'm Audrey. This is my podcast where I talk about knitting, thrifting, ADHD, parenting, kind of whatever tickles my fancy. I am trying out a new layout today. Obviously, I haven't cleaned this side of my office, but I've been working on my yarn wall here, and so I thought it was kind of cute to throw in. I don't know if I like this setup. Let me know in the comments. So I am at home right now, obviously. Okay, that sounded redundant. But what I meant to say was I am off of work right now. I am home recovering. For everyone who sent well wishes, thank you. I had my laparoscopic hysterectomy last Friday. Today is Tuesday, and it went pretty well. There were a couple little things, but I was able to go home that day. Recovery has been a lot easier than I anticipated, which I'm incredibly grateful for. So yeah, let's just get into it. I just really love a good chap. I couldn't find the one I was looking for. Obviously, I have 4,000 of them, but I couldn't find the one I was. This one's really pretty. This one's like a Revlon, super lustrous. It just comes in this really pretty package called Honey Shine. It's kind of corally. I don't know that I'd normally go for that color, but whatever. It is a hot one. These bangs are gonna go in a second. It's just not like, I wish I could be someone who just has like super low bangs like this, moldering and mysterious, but it's not the vibe. All right, let's figure this nonsense. Okay, there. I think that's a little bit better. Glasses on. Sure. So like I said, I have been recovering at home for the past, God, it feels like 17 weeks. I think it's been like 5 days. My biggest challenge is that I'm bored. There's something about, there's something it's really hard to rest for me. And if that doesn't scream trauma response, I don't know what does. Anyways, so I am convalescing at home right now. As you can see, my background is very messy. This is my office space. Tell me you have ADHD without telling me you have ADHD. Speaking of ADHD, I wanted to read this thing that I found. And of course, now that I go to find it, I can't find it. My cats are trying to get in here. So I read this really cool explanation of ADHD that I thought was great for all my fellow indigenous baddies out there with ADHD. ADHD is not a disorder. It is a phenotype. It's a different type of wiring. People with ADHD carry the OG genetics, traits that made them elite hunters, gatherers, scouts in ancestral times. Fast reflexes, heightened sensitivity, scanning attention, and quick adaptability were all superpowers in natural environments. It only gets labeled a disorder when you're born into a modern world that forces you to sit still for 8 hours a day, memorize irrelevant information, and conform to systems designed for industrial efficiency and not human brilliance. ADHD isn't the problem, the environment is. So, I don't know. I thought that like really resonated with me lately. I thought it was cute. Whatever. Anyways, so a lot of what's been on my feed lately has been people's spring, summer, seasonal, monthly knitting plans. So in true personal fashion, I feel like I'm very late to the game and I didn't even know that we were planning our knits, let alone planning them ahead of time. So that's super cool. And I thought it would be kind of fun to maybe not necessarily do like a plan of my knits, but maybe a personal inventory accountability for my whips. So if you're new here, that means work in progress. I learned that a while ago. Anywho, I am a little horrified when I pulled all of my project bags out. I don't always update my Ravelry. I feel like that's just kind of on a need to know basis for me because I don't want to know how many projects I have on the go sometimes. I am like stress sweating. Truly, I think it's because this is the first time I've gotten like dressed in real clothes. I've been in pajamas. I've gotten up, taken a shower, changed from yesterday's pajamas into today's pajamas. Today's the first day I'm wearing a bra. It's very exciting. It's very warm today. Okay, so like I said, I didn't really want to know necessarily how many works in progress I have, but let's do this whole accountability thing. Also, speaking of accountability, I'm just going to throw this out here right now. I am trying this new thing where I am honest and accountable. And so I am in recovery. And I'm working on my junk and it's awful and I hate it. It's worthwhile. Feeling your feelings and working on feelings is really sucks. So if you are in the same boat, I see you. You're doing great and I'm super proud of you. Anyways, so I think what I'm going to do is start with works in progress first and then maybe move on to things that I'm planning on knitting in the next couple months. in that, and when I say planning, I mean I have a project in mind, I have a pattern in mind, I might have even purchased yarn, or I have yarn in my stash that has already been set aside for that purpose. So it's not so much like an idea or a pipe dream for myself, but you know, I'm making steps to get to that, or I'm making progress on the way. Oh gosh, here's an old one. Okay, this work in progress is probably, I don't want to know, maybe a year, I don't know, 8 months. I have been working on a musselburg for longer than I should have. I'm almost done, actually. I think I only have a few more inches to knit before I start my decreases. This is one of my, I'm not feeling inspired. I just need something meditative and quick. I'm going to throw a project in my bag because I'm going to be waiting at a doctor's appointment sort of project, or like I just don't feel like doing anything else. The yarn is hand dyed by myself. I have been experimenting with dyeing a little bit over the past year. And so these are the jacquard acid dyes, the neons, and there's the UV reactive blue in there too. So that is that. I mean, I'm almost done in theory. I do have a second skein of this. I didn't want to break into it. I want to use that skein for something else. So what I will probably end up doing is knitting this until the rest of my hand dyed runs out, finishing what, like just grabbing something from my stash to stash bust to whatever, and finish the rest. Maybe by winter. I mean, it's only June. Okay, cute. So if any of you saw my vacation knitting video, you know I knit socks on vacation. And guess what? I haven't made the second one on any of them. I have 3 pairs of socks that need to be finished. I have one of each. So this is my hobby Halloween yarn. This was my Area 51 knit strawberry shortcake. This is my Area 51 knits. I can't remember the name of it, but it reminds me of licorice all sorts. I have 3 of those to do. Speaking of socks, I also am slowly finishing a sock for my husband. This is just a men's vanilla sock with Regia tweed. I don't know. I think I have like probably, I want to say an inch left on the foot and then the toe and then a whole other sock. So that's great. That's cool. I made my mom a Stephen West knit shawl a while ago with a bunch of hand dyes. And as you can see, I have not completed weaving in my ends or blocked it yet. So I should do that. Her birthday was in February. I can't tell if I am making myself feel better or worse about myself. I hope this makes someone feel better about not completing their projects in a timely manner. In this bag over here, I have a Moon Mint sweater that I have been attempting a while. It's just not the yarn. It's not the pattern. It's not it. It needs to go in hibernation until I can figure out what to do, because it's just not, I'm not inspired by it. I had hand dyed the yarn and it's just not quite what I wanted, but that's okay. What else do I have here? Okay, this is so much fun. So I made a lot of progress this past week knitting my framed sweater. This is my second framed sweater I've ever made. I was chipping along. I was clipping along at a really good pace. I had finished the ribbing on the front yoke. I had done the back chart repeat. I had done the back ribbing. I had connected them, and then I had started on the sleeve. And that's when I realized that when I had split for the back, I never went back to my bigger size needle. And so I knit half this sweater on the wrong needle size. So it is looking gorgeous. However, I realized when I was on my second repeat on the sleeve that I don't know if this is going to fit properly. I think what I'm going to do is very gently block this, like do a midway block, see what, like how it's fitting. I believe the size that I was knitting on was a 4.25, and I just never switched back from my 3.75. So we'll see. I'm also like, I'm hoping that because the front was done in the proper size, that I can just rip the sleeve out, frog the sleeve, redo it. I mean, I'm also hoping that because I tend to make my items oversized and a little bit boxy, I'm hoping that, sorry, I just got really distracted. It looked like my one eye was like going in the wrong direction. It's not, by the way. If your eye is, that's okay. My mom had a lazy eye growing up. I've never seen my eyes look like that before. Sorry. Anyways, so yeah, I will hopefully figure out what is going on with this sweetheart, because like I said, the first couple days home from surgery, I was clipping along and I was really excited. I found the lip balm I was looking for. My mother-in-law, Sandy, who I'm fairly confident doesn't watch this, is such a good gift giver. It did take a while. Some of the gifts in the early years were not what I would have picked out for myself, but she has like knocked it out of the park the last couple of years. I feel like her and I really get each other. She got me this, like, I have to put it on right now because I'm being extra. I'm just like dopamine chasing really hard right now. I was going to drink another cup of coffee this afternoon and the cat knocked it onto the couch. So I'm just trying to like tear myself up. Anyways, this is the Summer Friday butter bomb, and it's in the flavor of birthday cake, and it's like, it smells like birthday cake. It's not a super sticky formula. It's got like a nice little bit of pink with a bit of shimmer. Anyways, I found it. I'm really excited about that. Makes me hydrate. I wish I didn't have these sweaty bangs going on. I'm also still trying to figure out, because I've switched my setup. My window is right here, and I don't know if I love the lighting in here, like this lighting. I need to fiddle with it more, but I was really inspired by this video idea I had, especially since I'm, bedbound. Also, I just realized this. Someone make it stop. Anyways, I am a real adult. This is what happens when I have been home alone by myself for days with only the animals to talk to and no work to do. I've lost the plot a little bit. So another work in progress that I have right now is the Sisterhood Shawl test knit from Brienne Arlene. Similar to the cowl, it's the same pattern, like repeat, but in a shawl form. So I believe I'm about halfway done with this. This was the one I got a lot of work done on Monday as well. So I am, as you can see, another point where like I've done a few color changes. This one I'm knitting with Drops Nord Nepal in the color Marzipan. And I have been going through some of my spin cycle. So I'm using a few spin cycle dyed in the wool. My mom got me this cute project bag too. Her friend paints artwork, and then I guess they put it on bags. I thought that was really cute. Thanks, mommy. What else do I have on the go? Let's see here. I do have a few projects that I'm not going to bring out that are on my shelf. One of them is like a little stash buster. It's one of those little like knit one square at a time, like a mitered square sort of deal. Over there somewhere. I haven't brought it out in a while. The other one, okay. Once again, if you are someone in my life who is if you're in the family way, according, I watching a lot of like old British shows, like Called the Midwife. I rewatched a little bit. So if you are in the family way and you're one of my friends, please stop watching now. And I will talk about my next work in progress in 5, 4, 3, 2. Because like this got caught. So I have been working on some baby items for some of my prego friends. And right now I have been stash busting. Right now I've been stash busting as much as possible. I have recently been like just paring down my stash anyways. I've been selling a lot or just getting rid of things that, not that I don't need, no one needs all this, but like things that I thought I would use and, hindsight's 2020, whatever. Anyways, I am doing right now the French macaroon baby sweater. Okay, so it's like a little bit clumped up right now just because it's on go cords. So I'll see if I can stretch it out without dropping some stitches. This is the front of it. Sorry, not the front, that's the back. This is the first section. This thing works up so stinking quickly. And I'm really excited about it. For this, I'm using Estelle Superwash Merino DK for the body. For the main color. The contrast color is Hooks and Needles. I can tell you in one moment. Hooks and Needles. Merino Charm, 100% unshrinkable, extra fine merino wool. And the color, in this orange color, I got it from a Hooks and Needles little subscription box I had done for a few months. I have no problem with the box. I just have too much stuff. Anyways, this one I'm doing in a size 3 months because I have quite a few humans in my life who are having smaller humans. Yeah, this one's really fun. I actually only started this one yesterday. So I'm actually on the second panel of my sweater right now. Hopefully I'll have it finished. I mean, I don't know. I don't really have a timeline, but tomorrow. I'll likely have it done tomorrow. So for the French macaroon sweater, I'm going to make at least 2 more. Again, I have quite a few humans in my life who are having other humans. So those are sort of like my knitting plans, I guess. I am hoping to start on a DK cardigan. I think I have my pattern picked out, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm not going to post it, but I'm hoping to do a DK pattern with a DK sweater cardigan with this spin cycle versus. This is the color Sweet and Sour. It is not something that I normally go for. It's kind of like a yellow and a gray combo. I have a vision for this, and so I'm just going to trust my vision. It's not transferring right now, but it will. So that is on my future plan. I also went a little bit bananas at the full moon fiber trunk sale that my local yarn store had. My family, my kids, and my husband came and picked out Mother's Day gifts for me, which means I picked out Mother's Day gifts for myself. And so I am a total sucker for minis. I have no idea what I'm going to do with these though. So I have the Let's Bounce Confetti Fingering Mini Stain Wool Set. No, there we go. You can see the confetti. I love a tweed. I love a pastel. I love rainbow. This is just hits all the marks. I just don't know what I want to do with it. And I also picked up this bug collection solar sock mini set. So Full Moon Fibers came out with a whole bunch of these like bug collections. There's like love bug, night bug. I can't remember the names, but again, sucker for minis. So I got this set. Has 5 of the minis. I really love this color right here. Again, no idea. Truly no idea. And the other thing, I do have 2 more projects on the go that I'm not worrying about right now. One is a plaid hat from Ocean Knits that is in hibernation. I also have a cardigan that is hibernating from last winter. I was working on a test knit. It just wasn't going. Like the test knit was fine, but my life had fallen apart. My husband was in and out of the hospital, and every time I look at this test knit, I just get really sad. So all of the yarn is put away. That test knit I did not complete, and I'm actually going to repurpose that yarn for something else. I don't know what right now, so it's sitting in a box away because every time I look at it, I feel feelings that I don't want to feel. So I gotta use this like at the beginning, truly. Anyways, so right now, those are my, no, actually I have one more. Hold on. I'm almost done. I'm 99% sure I know which sweater I'm doing, but I'm not 100% committed yet. But I have this idea to do a weekender from Andrea Mowry with this spin cycle trine in the color 83 degrees. It's honestly, it's neon green, yellow, and black mixed together. I don't know why I love it, but I do. So I will eventually be working on that. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. So I also have some like loosey goosey ideas for more baby socks. I really want to try knitting a pair of baby leggings. There's a really cute pearl Soho leggings pattern that's free on Ravelry. If any of you have made it, let me know how you like it because I'm really eyeballing it and thinking about knitting for some small humans. And then honestly, it's June. I'm already behind on my Christmas sock knitting. I haven't started it yet. So I'm always knitting socks. That'll probably be on my radar too. And I think that's it for now. I do also have a few ideas for other kids' sweaters for my kids, but I need to get their input on it. My kids are really picky. One only likes pullovers. One only likes like zippy hoodies or like sweaters that go up, like either have a zipper or button closure or something. I don't remember which kid likes what, so I have to ask them again. And also their preferences are changing constantly. Their sizing is changing constantly. They're both growing like weeds. So maybe I will come back and do a fall winter knitting plan where I'll have an actual plan. Maybe I'll even have it written out. I don't know. And hopefully I will be able to come back and report on some things being finished. I don't know. We'll see. This isn't as long of a video as I sometimes do. I am already feeling really fatigued. Again, I was really happy to have an easier time recovering than I thought. Like I definitely anticipated worse than what I'm feeling. It's still rough, but I'm just super grateful to have the ability to take time off, have paid healthcare and medical leave so that I can get this stuff taken care of. I am getting my other wrist done next week in 7 days, actually. So next Tuesday, a week from today. And then hopefully I'll be good to go by summer. For everyone asking, my right wrist is healing up really well. That's just dry skin. It's not like gross or infected, although it looks kind of gnarly. I also went a lot better than I thought. I was back to normal activities a lot faster than I thought I would be, which I'm really pleased about. And that definitely made my recovery right now easier because I still have full range of motion. Anyways, that's all for me today. I need to go take a nap, I think. I'm Audrey from Fire and Fiber. Find me on Instagram, find me on Ravelry, find me, I don't know, wherever else we should be friends. So, and take care. Have a great day and happy knitting.